170 container for Brazil, 150 container for the Ecuador, 184 container for the Chile, and for Paraguay 110 containers. Okay, and for Bolivia 114 containers. So total 500 container need to dispatch, and this is the dispatch forecasting. Okay, you can see on the screen there are some plants in India: MP, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, UP, and Haryana. So these are the 5 plants in India which manufacture the tires. Okay, so receive order regarding the 20,000 tires from the South America country. So how will proceed? So namaskar friends, welcome to Export Import Make in India campaign, and today in this session we will understand import forecasting, then export forecasting, okay, and the dispatch procedure regarding the process of manufacturing. Okay, so here we have received the order of 20,000 tires to export for South America. Okay, so you can see on the screen this order needs to be complete in the classified manner of the tire. Okay, so you can see there in MP the car tire manufacturing unit, in Rajasthan truck tire manufacturing unit, and in Maharashtra tractor tire manufacturing unit. The same way in UP the car, then in Haryana JCB tire manufacturing unit. Okay, so we have to export this 20,000 tires as per qualification from the different factories. Okay, and need to complete this order in respect which order received from the overseas as per below countries. Okay, so 170 containers for Brazil, okay, and 150 container for the Ecuador. In the same way we have to import the 500 containers, export 500 container South America. Okay, so we will start this process to completing this 500 containers to South America. Okay, so how will proceed this order? Okay, this is the forecasting of the dispatch. Okay, and this is the dispatch planning of the container to the freight forwarder. Okay, and for manufacturing this 20,000 tires, we need to import 10,000 metric ton rubber from the United States. Okay, so what we are doing, we are importing the natural rubber from the United States. Okay, then after manufacturing we exporting this order to the South America. Okay, so what here we need to understand, our main priority is to complete the export order which we receive from the South America of the 20,000 tires. Okay, so for manufacturing this 20,000 tires, we need to import the raw materials 10,000 metric ton. Okay, so you can see we have a classified manufacturing like a car tire in MP, Rajasthan truck tire, Maharashtra in the tractor tire, UP in car, and in Haryana JCB tire. So what we will import as per the requirement of the exporter, we need to manufacture this raw material. Okay, so what we will do, we will import that raw material from US. Okay, so as per monthly forecasting, in September we need to import the 1200 metric ton natural rubber, which is different unit, like a MP unit 500 where we will manufacture the car tire. In Rajasthan 200 metric ton we will manufacture the truck tire. The same way in the Maharashtra tractor tire. Okay, so randomly you can see in the screen for the September there are 1200 metric ton rubber need to import, and after manufacturing we will export the tire as per the order received from the South America. Okay, so what is the procedure to import this 10,000 metric ton rubber from United States? Okay, so what we will do, we are here as a process manager, because this activity is handled by the process manager, not the logistic single logistic, but this process manager will instruct to the different teams to do the activity. So what here, the the process manager will instruct to the purchase team to import this 10,000 metric ton rubber. Okay, so what is the process? First rate need to be negotiated. Okay, so we will ask the rate for that rubber. Okay, as metric ton per metric ton. Okay, so supplier of the United States will provide us the pro forma invoice. On that, all the details as mentioned by the supplier of United States. Okay, just like a per metric ton charges, port of loading, port of discharge. Okay, and Incoterms and payment terms. Okay, so here is the point where we can negotiate the Incoterms, payment terms, and the prices. Okay, so after negotiation, this we will approve this pro forma invoice. Okay, and after approving this pro forma invoice, we coordinate for the purchase order different unit. Okay, for the September import, what we will do, we will coordinate from the MP plant to prepare the purchase order of the 5 metric ton rubber. For the Rajasthan factory, we will coordinate to prepare the purchase order for the 200 metric ton rubber, the Maharashtra 100 metric ton, UP 200 metric ton, and the Haryana 200 metric ton. Okay, so we will coordinate from the head office to the different location to import this rubber and prepare the purchase order. Okay, so what we will do, we will take out this purchase order which is need to be same match with the pro forma invoice. Okay, what is our requirement? Our requirement is the raw material rubber. Okay, so as supplier given as the pro forma invoice, on that he mentioned the pricing, quotation, and all the charges. So what we will do, if the pro forma is approved, we will prepare the purchase order. For the preparing purchase order, we need to coordinate with the different units, and we prepare there are 5 purchase order. Okay, so as per purchase order, when purchase order is final, we will send this purchase order to the supplier of the United States, and they will dispatch these goods. Okay, so before dispatching this, there is another procedure which we need to understand. Okay, like we are going to import the 500 metric tons rubber for the MP plant from the US. Okay, so we need to understand how many containers we need to place at the supplier end. Okay, supplier will dispatch. Supplier will intimate to us regarding this, because we don't know that what metric tons can be stuffed in the one container. Okay, so we are just considering that 20 metric tons cargo, rubber cargo, can be stuffed in one container. So what we will do, for the MP plant, 500 will divided by the 20. Okay, so this will be 50 container. Okay, not 50, I think 20 na. Okay, so these are 10 container approx. So this container planning will be prepared. Okay, so supplier will dispatch this cargo as per the container stuff from the supply side. Okay, so here we need to understand, we as a example, for example, we are just considering that we have finalized the FOB terms here. So we need to understand that in FOB terms, the freight will paid by us. Okay, we will pay the freight. So what we'll do, we will negotiate freight with the supplier, freight forwarder. Okay, and freight forwarder will give the quotations. Okay, which is the base for us, we will dispatch from there. Okay, so just like we are importing the 500 container, 500 metric tons. Okay, so for example 20 metric tons will stuff in one container, so there are 25 container will be dispatched, will be import for the MP plant. Okay, so here 25 containers. So here we can understand there are the 1200 metric tons cargoes we are going to import. Okay, so what we'll do, for the 1200 metric ton cargo, we need 60 containers because one container contain only 20 metric tons. Okay, so here 60 containers we need to import for the September. Okay, so what we'll do, we will ask the RFQ from the different freight forwarder. Okay, so here number of containers, volume is high, so we need to check out the better prices we can get. Okay, because this is not for the September import, but this is in October, November, and December, January, February, March. So these are the 10,000 metric ton cargo. Okay, so for this 10,000 metric ton cargo, we need to arrange the containers. Okay, so there are 500 containers we need to be import, 500 containers. So as per giving the forecasting to the freight forwarder, we need to intimate that these containers are the 500 containers. Okay, so as we need to negotiate for the freight is the quantity competitive base. Okay, just like a Musk line giving the US to Mundra port like a 500. So we'll try to the MSC line, then HAPEC line. In same way, we will check out who is giving the best freight and the service level also. Okay, we need to check out service level also. Okay, so once this process is done, supplier, we intimate to supplier. Okay, because that we are here appointing the freight forwarder. In an import case, the freight forwarder is appointed by the importer. Okay, so we will intimate to the freight supplier that this is in nominates freight forwarder. Okay, please coordinate with this freight forwarder and give us the time. Okay, so because here we are appointing the freight forwarder, so our freight forwarder will intimate us that what is the ETA for the September container and what is the ETD for the September container. Okay, so more detail we receive in the same time. So what we will do, we will share this ETA and ETD to the supplier. Okay, because as per booking, first we need to book the container as the readiness of the cargo. Okay, this is here we are importing the 1200 metric ton rubber. Okay, so we need to check out whether rubber is ready or not. Then if rubber is ready, then we can book the cargo through our freight forwarder. Okay, if this shipment is CIF based, then who will book this container? Supplier. Supplier book the container. Okay, and intimate to us that what is the ETA and VTD. But here we are the importer and Incoterm is the FOB. So freight part is importers. So we will bear the freight part and appoint the freight forwarder. Okay, so what is the procedure? Procedure is just like that. Our freight forwarder will intimate us booking availabilities. Okay, and before booking availabilities, this cargo needs to be ready. Okay, once cargo is ready, then our Indian freight forwarder will book the container, and as per ETA and ETD, we'll proceed this procedure. Okay, so guys, when the supplier displays the goods, okay, when supplier displays the goods, what he will do? He shares the document regarding this. Okay, but here what is the procedure? The procedure is that when supplier displays the goods, he will coordinate with our freight forwarder. Okay, because at initially level, the cargo need to dispatch from the supplier factory to the port of loading. Okay, so supplier will appoint the spread CHA at origin side. Okay, so origin freight for CHA with coordinate with our freight forwarder. Okay, and this container will pick up from the origin. Okay, so whatever best rate we receive from the different freight forwarder, we will appoint the same and proceed this order. Okay, so in September we will import the 60 containers for the different location for the India. In the same way, in October this container, in November this. Okay, so though total there are 10,000 metric ton cargo need to be import. Okay, so this total container is a 500 container. Okay, So guys, in this session, main thing need to understand, to completing the 20,000 unit of the tire for the South America order, what is the procedure to be handled? So for the production of this 20,000 metric ton, 20,000 unit tires, we need to import first the raw material from the US, and after manufacturing, we will proceed this export order. Okay. So guys, we are just going to end this session, because in this session we just understanding the import forecasting, because the 500 container need to be imported from the US. Okay, so what is the procedure we have tried to understand this session? So rate negotiation first is, then perform invoice approval, then coordinate with the plant to create the different location purchase order, then RFQ from the different freight forwarder, then finally allocate the shipment. Okay, so these are the import forecasting. Okay, what is the next step? We can understand the supplier will dispatch the goods. Okay, and when dispatch the goods, he will share the pre-intimation document to us. Okay, and our freight forwarder will coordinate with our the supplier CHA, and supplier will dispatch the cargo and share the soft copy. And the basis of that soft copy, this soft copy will come through the bank to bank. Okay, so this is the US and this is the India. So US bank sends this document to Indian bank, our Indian bank. Okay, and we collect this document after making the payment as the payment terms. And this document need to be submitted to the shipping line at the time of getting the delivery order. So this 60 container will come through this US to India port, and to taking this 60 container and delivery, we need to share this document which we receive the supplier bank. Okay, then this procedure will be done. Okay, after receiving this container, the manufacturing process will be done. So next session we will try to understand the export forecasting, which is completing the 20,000 unit of the tire. Okay, so guys, we are just going to end the session here. Thanks for watching the session. Have a nice day.